Hello, welcome to IDD Talks. My name is Anastasia Lavrina. We continue to talk about the most crucial issues related to the region of South Caucasus and to the world. We have a special guest today, permanent representative of the Republic of Azerbaijan to UNESCO, Ambassador Elman Abdullayev. Hello and welcome to our program.
Hello, Anastasia Khanum, and thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. The position of Azerbaijan within UNESCO is being highly appreciated by many other member states who are saying that Azerbaijan is always coming to the new initiatives which can benefit not only the region of the South Caucasus, but the UNESCO itself. So let's start to talk about this particular issue, the position, the role of Azerbaijan in the promotion of the Intercultural Dialogue Program within UNESCO.
Thank you very much, Anastasia Khanum, for this question. And indeed, I totally agree with you. Azerbaijan has always had a strong presence in UNESCO. Azerbaijan has been at the forefront of promotion of UNESCO ideals globally. And of course, the presence of Azerbaijan in UNESCO has been felt through the implementation of important priority projects. As you know, the mandate of UNESCO pretty much covers education, science, and culture. But of course, there are other important platforms, such as, for example, the Intercultural Dialogue Program. As you know, the Intercultural Dialogue Program has been introduced in UNESCO since 90s. And in 2008, Azerbaijan has become the most important, if I may say, and this is really is the case that to promote intercultural dialogue globally, Azerbaijan has become largest, the most fundamental platform in promoting the intercultural dialogue globally. And the Baku process was the initiative of our president in advancing the agenda of the intercultural dialogue. And as you know, since 2011, we have been hosting the Intercultural Dialogue Forums in Baku. We also call it the Baku Forum, that has brought thousands of participants to Azerbaijan. And in fact, UNESCO, along with other organizations such as the Council of Europe, such as the UN WTO, such as the UN Alliance of Civilizations, UNESCO, has played a key partnership role in it. We have been working closely with all these 5 organizations in drafting the program of this global forum on intercultural dialogue. And of course, the whole concept of promoting intercultural dialogue through Baku process is the most effective way of advancing intercultural dialogue program that was born in UNESCO as an additional, I would say, mandate, if we may call it, or an additional sector. As you know, today there is a whole department in UNESCO which is called an Intercultural Dialogue Program department. And I would like to say that intercultural dialogue is, and in fact the program itself is heavily linked to Baku process, because there is no larger platform than Baku process to promote the intercultural dialogue worldwide. And that was the key reason why the resolution on Baku process was adopted in October 2022 during the executive board session in UNESCO, with the unanimous support of the I would say international community. 58 members, as you know. The executive board of UNESCO is the governing body of the UNESCO, is the most, I would say, important body in UNESCO, an important organ in UNESCO in terms of the decision making. So unanimously, Baku process resolution was adopted with almost 45 co-sponsors. It is quite a high number.
That's for sure. But we know that our delegation to UNESCO is always working hard because you have a high level of responsibility. And Azerbaijan is come up with different initiatives. So could you also tell us about the latest proposals made by Azerbaijani side, by our mission to UNESCO, to make sure that the position of Azerbaijan, the voice of Azerbaijan as international matter is also being heard and being supported, as you said in the first answer, that so many countries are keen to develop partnership with Azerbaijan and to support the initiative made by our country.
Azerbaijan has, I thank you so much for this question. Azerbaijan has many proposals, many initiatives that we have been putting forward throughout all these years, along with Intercultural Dialogue Platform. We also have an important domain of partnership with UNESCO, which is the Silk Road. As you know, we have recently hosted a big celebration event dedicated to the 35th anniversary of the Silk Road program in UNESCO. I've been mentioning to you the Intercultural Dialogue Platform or Intercultural Dialogue Program that has been in UNESCO since 90s, but I would like to also mention that the program on Silk Road has been in UNESCO since 1988. And today, Azerbaijan, with a few other countries, there are 5 or 6 countries that are the key countries that advance this program globally. There is also an additional whole sector in UNESCO dedicated to the Silk Road program. Silk Road program, 35th anniversary of the Silk Road program, was celebrated last week in UNESCO headquarters with the participation of whole diplomatic corps. That was a big celebration. Azerbaijan participated at this celebration in three different, I would say, segments. First of all, we participated in a special panel with Azerbaijani delegation was represented by the Deputy Minister of Culture. And then, of course, this segment was pretty much dedicated to a role and the partnership efforts, partnership initiatives of the Silk Road countries and Azerbaijan's role in it, in advancing the UNESCO ideals globally. Second segment was the exhibition Silk Road in Azerbaijan, so the role of Azerbaijan, the key destinations in Azerbaijan where the Silk Road was moving through. And this exhibition was organized by the State Tourism Agency of Azerbaijan. And of course, the biggest celebration as a third segment where the Azerbaijan had fantastic artistic performance, advancing our culture, our music, our dances. And of course, we have a special visibility, of course, within the UNESCO. And there are other initiatives, for example, the sport initiative. Sport. Today, Azerbaijan is the major champion of the sport agenda of UNESCO. Really, I mean, the biggest event, the most important event, which is the ministerial conference of the global conference of the ministers and the senior officials on the physical education and sport is going to take place in Azerbaijan from June 26 to June 29. We will have, and actually they are invited more than 150 ministers from around the world from the domain of the sports. In fact, this is not only sports, this is not only the physical education, but there's also another important initiative which is called Fit for Life initiative. As you know, when the international global community was hit by COVID, one of the major, I would say, areas where the humanity has decided to invest, it's of course the physical, I would say, a physical condition or a physical or mental or health conditions of the people, of the citizens of the different countries. So that's why this program, this initiative has become very important, because we have realized that the Fit for Life is another initiative that would probably make the globe a more healthier international community.
You know what's
more
interesting?
healthier.
You are talking about so many programs which were initiated by Azerbaijani side and which being highly appreciated by the international community. But we cannot say that the relations between Azerbaijan and UNESCO is going smoothly, and two sides are following all the, at least from the side of UNESCO, all of the agreements and proposals which were made and agreed by two sides. As for example, we know that in February 2022 there were the meeting had online between four sides. It's President of Azerbaijan Ilham Aliyev, Charles Michel, Emmanuel Macron, and Nikol Pashinyan from Armenian side. At this online meeting, the sides agreed that two missions of UNESCO should be sent to the region, one to Azerbaijan and another one to Armenia. But unfortunately, until now, we do not see the results of that. Could you tell us about the reasons why UNESCO is not ready to send the mission? Is it because of Armenian diaspora, which is quite influential in some European countries, or it's because of some other forces which do not want to see the peace development in the South Caucasus?
I totally agree with you. As you know, for more than 20 years, Azerbaijan has been appealing to UNESCO to send a fact-finding mission. In fact, we call it a technical mission of UNESCO, to assess the state of the cultural property. When we mean to assess the state of the cultural property, we mean to assess the magnitude of the destruction of Azerbaijani cultural heritage in the liberated territories of Azerbaijan. And now we are also demanding UNESCO to send another mission to Armenia to assess the state of the cultural property of Azerbaijanis in Armenia. So, in fact, Armenia has been deliberately destroying Azerbaijani cultural heritage in the liberated territories of the Republic of Azerbaijan and in the historical territories of Azerbaijan, which is the current Armenia. So, this appeal has been sent to UNESCO throughout these more than 20 years. And the first sign of it was, I would say, a first response from UNESCO was mentioned in their 10-year report in 2005, that this mission was impeded by Armenia as they are under the Armenian occupation, Armenian military occupation. Of course, we have continued our contacts or, I would say, appeals to Armenia and urging them to send these missions as soon as possible. And of course, at the core of this appeal is the respect for the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Azerbaijan. And of course, they have been seeing all these videos. We have sent them all the pictures. And in addition to our efforts, I have to underline the efforts of the civil society. The NGOs have been quite insisting in their appeals to UNESCO, sending all the facts, all the pictures, videos, and not only UNESCO, by the way, also the diplomatic corps that is accredited to UNESCO. In addition, we have had numerous meetings with UNESCO. Well, Azerbaijan's concern has also been sounded during the executive board session. As you know, Azerbaijan is a member of executive board, and we brought this to the executive board. We did not only bring it to the executive board, we also brought it to the 1954 committee, which is specializing on the destruction of the cultural property during the armed conflicts. So we have been informing, urging, and calling UNESCO to send as soon as possible 2 missions. And as you have mentioned in your question, there was a meeting where our president has made it very clear that there has to be 2 missions. One is to Azerbaijan and the second one to Armenia. And this call, this firm position of Azerbaijan has been heard. But unfortunately, as you have also mentioned, that international community, we see the double standards in international community. Those double standards have always caused our serious dissatisfaction, serious concern, and of course, we believe that we have to come with more, I would say, more appeals, and we'll be doing more appeals throughout the official organizations as well as non-official organizations.
You said about civil society. We should also mention Western Azerbaijan community,
Indeed.
who also applied to UNESCO to make sure that the mission is being sent to Armenian side to assess the level of damages towards the cultural sites and religious sites of Azerbaijanis in Armenia. If I'm not mistaken, in Armenia there is only one single mosque left after all of this policy of destruction, and which is also being presented as a Persian one, not as an Azerbaijani one.
Well, in fact, in addition to the alteration that was done by Armenian authorities to Azerbaijani mosque in Yerevan, there has also been an immense destruction, a deliberate destruction, to raise the traces of the presence of Azerbaijani cultural heritage or Azerbaijani cultural presence in Armenia, historical presence of Azerbaijani cultural heritage in Armenia. There's a list of whole destructions, and you can see the destruction. For example, there was a latest research on Tepebaşı, and in fact, we have organized an important event with the participation of the researchers on the destruction of Azerbaijani cultural heritage in Armenia, which was actually an important research, and we believe that this type of researchers have to continue, because we need to keep showing and demonstrating the international community the huge magnitude of the destruction of Azerbaijani cultural heritage throughout all Armenia, and it's not in one location. We have mentioned the Blue Mosque of Azerbaijan, Azerbaijani Blue Mosque in Yerevan. We've mentioned the Tepebaşı, but there are hundreds, thousands of cases of the destruction. That includes the mosques, that includes the libraries, that includes the cultural centers, that includes the theaters, that includes the monuments and graves of people, and all Azerbaijanis. And this is all an indication of a massive crime committed by the Armenian authorities on the state level. This is a state level crime against the cultural heritage of Azerbaijan. Again, in the Republic of Armenia, currently Armenia, which is a historical territory of Azerbaijan, as well as in the liberated territories of Azerbaijan. And magnitude is a huge. And there is another case that I would like to touch upon, which is the illicit trafficking. Illicit trafficking of the cultural property, Azerbaijani cultural property. We saw it in Khudavang, we saw it in Shusha, we saw it in Azerkev, we saw it in Shahbulaq. Many cultural property items have been illegally exported, have been taken out from Azerbaijan by Armenian official authorities. And after they have been taken illegally out of Azerbaijan, they have been put into the exhibitions where the Armenians have been inviting foreigners too, foreign citizens and the other media representatives. This is another double standard demonstrated by international community, and that's the reason we want to be more present in bringing to the attention of international community the additional crimes that have been committed by Armenian authorities with regard to the illicit trafficking of Azerbaijani cultural property.
Let me ask you my final question to you about importance of Shusha city as the cultural capital of Azerbaijan, which is also the capital of the Turkic world in 2023. Just recently, the delegates of the Turksoy countries visited Shusha city, and they enjoyed the beauty of the city, and also saw the level of destruction committed by Armenian side during the period of occupation. I would like you to tell us more about the importance of this. Again, we're coming back to the intercultural dialogue, to the cultural integration between the Turksoy countries, and not only the importance of Shusha city in the development of cooperation between the countries. And maybe this last conference, which were held in Azerbaijan, the visit of the delegation of Turksoy country, can also benefit and help Azerbaijan to develop more interactive cooperation with the countries within the UNESCO.
First of all, I would like to start by answering this question with the efforts that, in fact, that partnership, that consolidation of efforts, in fact, was started by the leaders of the Turkic state organization. In fact, this I would say strategy was set by joint efforts of the leaders of the Turkic states, and our president has always been clear in bringing the perspectives of the I would say a consolidation, solidarity, and the joint efforts of the Turkic states. Turksoy and the participation or joint efforts of the Turkic states within the Turksoy throughout the national commissions. It is an important, I would say, segment of this partnership, part of this partnership, and we believe that this is very important in terms of uniting our efforts, and in fact setting a common agenda, a Turkic agenda, in promoting our cultural values globally throughout the UNESCO platform. UNESCO is the largest foundation or a platform to promote the culture, to promote the science, to promote the education, to promote intercultural dialogue and the other important say values. And I believe our presence there as Turkic states will first of all bring the visibility to our issues, to our common agenda, because our agenda is really comprehensive. We have a long list in our agenda, and we have to accomplish many issues standing in our agenda. And of course, with united efforts, with common efforts, and brings us together, we will definitely achieve more. And as you know, Shusha, as a cultural capital of the Turkic world, united all these officials from the Turkic states, and I believe that our consultations on the level of the national commissions, as well as on the level of the permanent delegations of the Turkic states to UNESCO, will be crucial in advancing this common agenda. And I think the strong traditions of announcing the cultural capitals, and this year is Shusha is a cultural capital, will definitely bring more awareness to our issues, especially vis-a-vis the international community. International community has to know more and more, and I believe that with our joint efforts, we need to engage not only UNESCO. We need to continue engaging not only UNESCO in a high level, as well as the international community, other states as observers. You see, for example, we had as observer Hungary and the representative of Hungary also was with us.
We feel that more countries want to join the Organization of
We're
Turkic
hearing,
States
yes,
on the position
exactly,
of observers.
Exactly.
to
So that's
participate.
why we have been in touch with our national commissions that maybe we should be also getting more and more engaged within the parameters of the UNESCO agenda on different issues, calling on education, calling on science. As you know, UNESCO's mandate is growing year by year, and I believe that Azerbaijan's strong presence, historical strong presence in UNESCO. Azerbaijan has been always strong, had a strong presence in UNESCO, is having a strong presence in UNESCO, and will be having a strong presence in UNESCO, can definitely contribute to our Turkic agenda.
Indeed. Mr. Ambassador, thank you. Thank you so much for joining IDG Talks. We wish you good luck in your very interesting but sometimes difficult job. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thanks.